Welcome back here to Ricketts Park in Farmington, New Mexico. Sunshiny, windy now day. Tuesday here in Farmington, New Mexico. I'm Scott Coletti along with Aaron Rivera, Paul Niwani, Jason Pohl, producing, directing, making things happen. And it's game number 2 of our 4 games here at Ricketts Park. There's 6 games overall today, but it's Dulins Dodgers American taking on Midland Redbirds. And both teams are looking for a win here today to keep moving on. And I'll tell you, Aaron, this should be a very interesting matchup. Both teams went 1-2 in pool play.
Yeah, both went 1-2 in pool play, but they came in and played well in their Monday game. So the Midland Redbirds beating Test Baseball in a run rule 9-1 ball game. And this Dulins Dodgers American team, we already saw the power that Midland Redskins have in the morning game today, Scott, and they were able to keep them down. They took them to a 9-inning game last night. That one went 5-4. Made Midland have to play the tough game because you go from playing the night game, you know, the 5 o'clock game that ends at 8 o'clock. Then you got to flip around and play at 10 a.m. in the morning. These guys get a little bit more rest. They were able to win in that 9 innings. So the other thing with that is the question's going to be how fresh are all the arms and everybody, because you did have to play 2 extra innings from what you would expect. But should be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to see this one. 2 Texas teams today.
2 Texas teams, and it should be a lot of fun. Let's go over the batting order for Dulins Dodgers American. Liam Quinlan, center field, leads off. Brady Summers, second baseman, bats second. Asher Strait, DH third. Lucas Smith, catcher, batting cleanup. Reed Blakely, left fielder, batting fifth. Mason Fritz, you see there, the third baseman, sixth. Landon Schmidt, Tanner Brown, and Mark Ramos round out the lineup here for Dulins Dodgers American. Tim Doolin, the founder and the manager. And the pitch is taken for a ball. Liam Quinlan stepping in.
Your starting pitcher for the Midland Redbirds is Trey Gianetta on the mound there for the Midland Redbirds.
Yeah, he was a pickup. Don't have a lot of information on him. Sure I'll be able to get some information. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one taking the ball. I think I finally figured it out, Aaron. I think he changed his number. That's what it was. He was number 14 out of Fulshire High School in Texas. He's going to the University of Alabama, by the way. 2027 senior to be.
Is that a good school, Scott?
I've heard it's pretty good.
SEC baseball is a great place to play.
Here's the thing about him, mainly a relief pitcher as he deals ball 4, so a walk and the leadoff man aboard here in this game. Brady Summers coming up, but one of the things that he can do, he can get it up to 95, 96 miles an hour.
Well, we saw 92 on a couple of those pitches, so obviously working pretty strong from the gun today.
Yeah, and that, speaking
91.
of strong,
yep.
6'3", 235, a big, strong kid, can come into a game and shut it down quickly. That's as a reliever, but he's starting here today, so that shows you the importance. You got that first win. Now you want to make it to Wednesday in the winner's bracket.
Yeah, right. The nice thing is that no matter what, you're going to get 3 games in since you won your first game. You still don't have a loss on the board, but if you stay in the winner's bracket from now on, you get to play the night games, which are a little bit nicer here in Farmington because it's toasty, folks. According to the weather app that I'm looking at, we're over 90 degrees today.
And we're in a covered booth, and it's toasty in here.
Yeah, but the weather, it's 93, feels like 104. Out on those base paths, it's probably closer to 106.
Yeah, what Aaron is reading, that's legit. in the sun down there. It is hot with a capital H.
And a hot pitch there. Almost gets away at the plate, but Gianni Coral does a good job to keep it in front of him. That's going to prompt a quick check out there. He's been a little bit wide with some of these pitches.
As Aaron mentioned, Midland beat Test by a score of 9-1 yesterday, and they did it by scoring 7 runs in the first inning.
Well, that's a good way to start a game.
They scored 2 in the fifth to walk it off, but yeah, 7 in the first, and that's after Test scored 1 in the first. They were held at 1 for the rest of the game, though. That's a pop down the left side foul.
Registered 95 on the radar, so the fact that it even got to that is pretty impressive.
Right. D-Bat American, 1-0 as
changeup gets him looking.
Redbirds. Yeah, changeup got him looking. He was frozen there, and he was frustrated as well. That's strikeout number 1 for the pitcher.
And so it looks like his changeup is coming in around 85, 86, and having just seen a pitch that was 95 on the radar, that's a 9-mile-an-hour difference. When we're talking about, the difference in this speed, a 5-mile-an-hour difference is about 2 feet of difference of when it gets to the plate. So having a 9-mile difference completely 9-mile-an-hour difference completely throws off your timing. Now, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say Asher straight up to the plate now, the designated hitter for Dulins Dodgers American.
Yeah, I was just going to say 1-1 is the count to him as he swung and fouled one off. Trey Giametta pitches with a lot of energy. Took a move over to first base. You always wonder about the moves. And then the last game, we were told by the official up here that the reason there was a balk, there were 3 throws over.
Or disengagements is the term.
Disengagements.
Anytime you come off of the rubber on the mound, which, that's a new rule this year.
Yeah, so the throw being part of the disengagement.
Yeah. But, new rule that we're learning this year. I'm a big fan of that because you don't want games that just get bogged down and going over to first base over and over and over again. I think it is a really good one, and it keeps, it is a strategy thing for the pitcher too. If you can't just keep going over there early on, because if you do it twice, then now the guy's basically got free reign to go as far as he wants up until the catcher gets it.
Dulins Dodgers American in 9 innings over Midland Redskins yesterday. Runner went, good move, and throw is not in time, but good job of getting a big jump by Quinlan.
Yeah, gets the strikeout swinging in straight, was trying to protect the runner, and it was really a tight play over there. Over at second base, Ethan Carswell got the ball and tried to get the tag down on the back, but he was maybe a fraction of a second behind it. Like what we're seeing there from Coral behind the plate.
Look at Smith now, the batter. Smith, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs last night with a walk. Swing and a miss.
Out in front of another change.
No balls and 1 strike. Smith takes one inside. So last night, Dulins Dodgers American actually out-hit Midland Redskins 9-8.
Yeah, there's certainly a good offensive team. Any team with the Dulin Dodgers branding on it is going to be good offensively.
But doing it against that pitching, even more so impressive.
Well, and that's why Dulins Dodgers, you see get to the semifinals or so at least every single year
Right.
in the Connie Mack is because the pipeline, these are 3 different Dulins Dodgers teams that we see this year, but that's just goes to show you the talent pipeline that keeps moving through the organization.
The 1-2. Ground ball sharply to third. Sticking with it is Flashnick. He throws over to first in time, and the side is retired. So a walk, a man left on. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. It is Dulins Dodgers American nothing, and Midland Redbirds coming up.
My grandmother taught us how to cook, where to find Navajo tea. She showed us the ways. Juniper, elk, blue corn, red currant. Nature's gifts. We honor our traditional foods, just with our own little twist. My grandmother taught us how to cook, where to find Navajo tea. She showed us the ways. Juniper, elk, blue corn, red currant. Nature's gifts. We honor our traditional foods, just with our own little twist.
A lot has changed on Route 66 in the last 100 years, but it so remains the same. Cooling off, hidden treasures, a good night's sleep, and the freedom of the open road. For when the journey is the destination.
Bottom of the first inning, no score. Dulins Dodgers American and Midland Redbirds. Midland Redbirds lineup. Drew Hopp, center fielder, leads off. Ethan Carswell, second baseman, bats second. As we await the first pitch here from Carswell, and that is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. There you see the weather, 94 degrees. Whew.
Little toasty.
There's a liner, and that is going to be no catch. So 1 hopper, but good play there by Brady Summers, and he throws over to first in time. But there's the remainder of the lineup. Robinson, Flashnick,
Easton Antry.
yeah, Easton Autry, Gianni Coral, Caden Longman, Max Werner, and Jackson Harris. Giannetta, the pitcher. Pitch on the way to Carswell, and that is fouled off.
Your umpires today over at home plate is Jeff Clough, apparently in charge of all of the officials in Utah. First base today is Scott Johnston. Mike Bell is over at second base. Brad Hungerford is over at third. And up here in the box, the replay official is Mark Lewis.
Carswell yesterday against Test Baseball was 1 for 2. walked and struck out. And he takes one outside. Carswell out of Blue Valley High School in Kansas, going to USC. Returning Connie Mack player, ground ball to second. That is scooped up by the second baseman Summers, and he throws over to first for his second putout. 2-away.
Summers, couple plays in a row go his direction. Good for him getting settled into the game. And the pitcher for Dulins Dodgers, J.W. Powell, doing a good job forcing these hits just on the ground. Nice routine plays. J.W. Powell, you see him right there, out of Allen High School out in Texas.
Pitches in a called strike. 80-mile-an-hour pitch. Jax Robinson is the batter. Robinson, big left-handed bat. Takes the ball. Pitch on the way to Robinson. That's a high chopper to second, so all three putouts. Brady Summers. 1-2-3 goes Midland Redbirds, and we go to the second. It's Midland Redbirds nothing, and Dulins Dodgers American nothing. Connie Mack World Series on ProView Networks, ProView Comcast 26.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I was born in Farmington, New Mexico, and learned to fish here on the San Juan. Watching the seasons, the bugs, and the trout. Lunker Alley, Simone Canyon, Lower Flats, and Texas Hold. This place is world famous, and for good reason.
For 5 generations, we've been building New Mexico. That history is in every repair we make. Today, we're United Plumbing LLC. We're still local, still family owned. That means professional expertise.
And we're back, Scott.
Write your name down again. I got it on my phone, but I don't have my phone handy.
Ready, Scott?
Write it on the back. Okay.
You live, Scott?
Welcome back here to Ricketts Park. Ground ball, first base, Easton Autry scoops it up, runs it to the bag, easy out. And that's retiring Reed Blakely. So Reed Blakely retired. We'll have Kenneth Sinclair from Jimmy John's joining us here in a little bit, as Jimmy John's has been one of the food places here locally that we've partaken, and of course the official sandwich of ProView Networks. So looking forward to have him. We'll have him in the bottom of the inning. Here's Mason Fritz, and Fritz takes one outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. He was 0 for 4 yesterday with a strikeout against Midland Redskins. But a guy who can hit, and a guy who can hit pretty well. Fritz takes one outside. Fritz, out of Friendship High School in Texas, still has a senior year to go. Tim Dulin says he's one of the most talented guys on the club, getting a lot of interest from SEC and Power 5 and Big 12 teams. And he turned him, and you'll probably know the name and know what I'm saying. Kind of a Joe Mauer type of body.
Might as well. Not too bad, especially if he's going to play out on the corners today over at third base. Draws a walk, though.
Well, he got aboard, which is the key. So getting aboard's a big thing. So Fritz aboard. It's a one-out walk. Second walk for the pitcher here. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's a high towering fly ball, center field. Playable, though, coming on his hop. It drops, and into second base safely is Fritz.
And Mason Fritz was kind of caught up in no man's land there because that ball is so shallow right there that no matter which side he tries to favor, first base or second base, it could be really dangerous for him. But, yeah, the sun just a little bit too much to handle out there for Drake Hopp in center, and then out there at second base for Ethan Carswell. They just couldn't find their way to it. Ball ended up in no man's land, and now runners at first and second. They are going to call that a hit as well, Scott.
Benefit of the sun, I guess. At least scoring-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much otherwise. 0-1 to count. A big swing and a miss. 92 on the gun. We mentioned Giametta can bring it in. He can get mid-90s.
Yeah, we've already seen it a couple of times today.
No balls, 2 strikes. Fouled off. Tanner Brown, the batter. Tanner Brown did not play last night. First baseman.
Oh, and he's just going to be caught looking. 85 on the gun again. I think that one had a little wrinkle to it, and he's just got him waiting around. Thought that it was going to be high, didn't quite get that, and now that is already 3 strikeouts in the game for Trey Giametta.
Yeah, Trey Giametta doing a fine job so far.
Big thing, too, it's got 2 outs, so you're not as worried about the runners. This one cracked to the short side.
And that's a good play by the shortstop Harris. He goes the short way to Carswell, and that ends the inning. So 6-4 on the fielder's choice. And they've gone through the lineup here, so no runs on a hit, a man left on. Go to the bottom of the second. Dulins Dodgers American nothing. Midland Redbirds nothing. Connie Mack World Series, ProView Networks, and ProView Comcast 26.
4 or 5 generations, we've been building New Mexico. That history is in every repair we make. Today, we're United Plumbing LLC. We're still local, still family-owned. That means professional expertise. And knowing you'll always get honest service from a skilled technician. We're committed to doing the right thing for our neighbors. That's the United way. Call United Plumbing today for your free quote.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore, just like riding a bicycle.
No score here as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Midland Redbirds taking on D-Bat, or Dulins Dodgers, excuse me. D-Bat coming up later. Dulins Dodgers American out of Texas. And no score. Coming up here in the bottom of the second will be Cole Flashnick, followed by Easton Autry and Gianni Coral. Big pitcher for Dulins Dodgers deals, and that's inside for a ball. Joining us right now, Director of Operations Marketing for Jimmy John's, Kenneth Sinclair. Jimmy John's, sponsor of ProView in Albuquerque. There's a ground ball sharply. Nice play as that goes over to first. Good play by Mason Fritz, one away.
Well,
but
Kenneth,
he
it
is
looks like
also the sponsor, hooking us up for food here in town and sponsoring here locally.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, Scott. Really excited to be here. I always felt like Jimmy John's and sports go hand in hand together, either a pregame meal or a postgame meal. Kind of used to do me and my team up right whenever we were going through school. Definitely enjoying being out here on the field with you guys and watching the game.
Well, it looks like you were pretty good luck there for the third baseman, because as soon as you hop in, he takes the hot shot. So
here's the pitch to Easton Autry, 1-0. It's a ground ball to first, and this is scooped up by the first baseman. Tanner Brown throws to Giannetta, and just does get there and hold on to the ball. And there's quickly two gone. So, as I mentioned, you would ask me, how long is this interview going to be? Well, if we get a quick inning, you'll be here in the top of the next inning.
Sounds good to me.
Yes, we definitely want to get into what's going on with Jimmy John's. But I'll tell you what, you've been a proud supporter of ProView, and I know you've got a big hand in the company, but you're based out of Colorado, correct?
Yes, sir. Been living out in Colorado for about 8 years. Got a bunch of different stores kind of across the Midwest area. Kind of getting our hands in the Albuquerque market a little bit and trying to get a little bit more of a presence. Definitely trying to be a trusted and respected community partner wherever we go.
And one of the ones or two of the ones that we mention a lot, Coors and by UNM.
Yes, sir. And we also have our local one out here in Farmington over off 3060 Main Street. Good spot to check out. Quick and reliable service. That's always some fresh quality product.
yeah, and also a really good location too for it, because right there, 30th and Main, both big roads here in Farmington. So I mean, great location, easy to get to for pretty much anybody in the town.
Yep. Real easy to find too if you're new to the area and coming to watch some games live. Definitely come check us out. Got some toasted sandwiches, which is something kind of newer on the JJ side, and we're always rotating through menu items nowadays, and got some good desserts to go with that as well.
Kenneth Sinclair, Director of Operations and Marketing for Jimmy John's, our guest here. They are sponsoring on high school sports in Albuquerque and all the stuff that we do on ProView and New Mexico Highlands. Have read your spot a lot, as here's a ground ball to second. That is Ken Summers, and Brody Summers throws out Gianni Coral. So Gianni Coral is out, and that will do it. 1, 2, 3 here as we go to the third. We'll keep you on one more half inning. It is no score. Dulins Dodgers American and Midland Redbirds. You're watching the Connie Mack World Series on ProView Networks. ProView Comcast 26.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Good look at Ricketts Park here in Farmington, New Mexico. Daytime games. Well, a lot of people who have gotten seats aren't in them because they're working, but they'll be here tonight for the nightcaps. And as the week progresses, the place will be packed pretty much every day. Scott Coletti, Aaron Rivera go to the top of the third inning. As it is the top of the order, Liam Quinlan, Brady Summers, and Asher Strait. 1-0 the count to Quinlan. Kenneth Sinclair, the Director of Operations and Director of Marketing for Jimmy John's, our guest. And, you know, we enjoy the relationship with Jimmy John's. And, you know, like you said, sports and Jimmy John's, good fit. But, you know, how can you go wrong? Go get a sandwich, go to a game, or go to a game and then go get a sandwich afterwards?
Yeah. It's always a pretty light meal if you're going into the game. A little bit of fuel to get started, and then everyone's always hungry after you finish up a good game. So usually bringing your team together or celebrating a win is always something that kind of goes over pretty nicely.
I'm not even talking players. I'm talking fans.
Fans, players, announcers, because I got to try one of those new toasted sandwiches yesterday, the chicken bacon ranch one. I'll tell you, that definitely made directing a couple
That's
of games
going to be
nice
next
and
on
easy.
my list because I'm known at one that is a different one, as that's a ground ball to second, and that is an out. Ethan Carswell throwing to Autry to get Quinlan. But one of the stores that you don't have an affiliation with, that's Rio Rancho. So, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, my favorite's actually the chicken bacon ranch as well.
Oh,
honestly.
so good.
I think whenever we first brought that one out, I probably ate it every day for like 3 months.
I mean, easy to do so because that was a really good one.
Yeah, we got the 2 out in Albuquerque as well. Working on a third over at Manal and have future plans to continue that growth.
Comebacker to Giametta, and he throws over to first in time for out number 2. But the roast beef and cheese melt is my favorite.
Yeah, can't go wrong. It's a classic. I love those crispy onions on there as well.
I had that the other day, and I told you when we first met, that thing just hopped with flavor. It just popped with flavor.
Yeah, it's great to hear. We got that horseradish aioli on there as well to add a little bit of extra pop. And honestly, if you haven't tried it yet, we've got our strawberry lemonade. That is quite amazing as well.
Got me hungry.
Yeah, now I'm wondering how much time we have between a game, Scott.
Well, it's a 6-minute drive from there to Ricketts. I can tell you that right now. I've done it the last 2 days.
We've also got local delivery that could swing by. You don't even have to leave your seat.
Very interesting. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that almost hit him. Ball 2, 2-2. So in terms of the growth, you're talking about acquiring some other things, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we're trying to continue expanding. Our company is a franchise, CHC unified. So we've got a couple different options that are going on as well. Namely, if you're in this area, the closest thing we got is a Dunkin' Donuts out in Durango. But right now we're kind of cracking into that New Mexico market.
Well, they have Dunkin' Donuts there, too.
They do. Maybe one day we'll be able to
building
partner.
one by the house, so yeah. There's that. 3-2 the count. And there's a ground ball softly to short. And that is scooped up by Harris, who throws across for out number 3. So in closing, I want to thank you very much for joining us and keep up the great work. And we appreciate the relationship with you, your company, and, of course, ProView Networks.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be working with you guys, and definitely love participating in any kind of sports that we can kind of work with. I do know I played sports growing all the way up until the end of high school. My brother played college level sports, and the owner of the company also played pretty high level college sports too.
That's Kenneth Sinclair, Director of Operations and Director of Marketing for Jimmy John's. No score. We go to the bottom of the third.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become
And we are back here, Connie Mack World Series. Scott Coletti along with Aaron Rivera. No balls and one strike to count to Esquivel, Lael Esquivel. Want to thank Kenneth Sinclair of Jimmy John's, Director of Operations, Director of Marketing. 40-plus stores he runs.
Yeah, it's a busy day, and he was mentioning to us between there, too, he's got to go all over the country. So definitely busy, similar to a lot of these teams from all over the country. These two from Texas, but a little less of a drive.
Esquivel fouls it off to the right side. No score, bottom of the third.
And so far for the Redbirds, they have gone down in order for the first two innings. Their Achilles heel thus far has been over there at second base. Summers has been getting them over and over and over again, so they need to find a way to generate something. A walk, a single, a double would be great. Just get something going. You want to get a little bit of offense today because you've gone down in order through the first six batters. We're on the bottom half of it. You want to be able to turn this lineup over, get a second look, but didn't start out well there as it's a great pitch to get Lael Esquivel sitting down.
Yeah, Lolly Esquivel gets a strikeout. First strikeout.
Is it Lolly? My apologies.
No, we weren't calling him Lolly. I just looked up the pronunciation. It is Lolly.
Apologies to Lolly.
Courtney knew the coach. I did. I called him the same thing you did before, so I was calling him Leo. So anyway, it is Lolly, but
well, I know how to say Max, so I know I'm going to get Max Werner's name right.
That's pretty good. That's really good. I like that. One to count to Max Werner.
And again, I want to see a little bit of life out of these bats.
Well, he's 1 for 3 yesterday against Test Baseball, Werner was.
Just got to see, something a little bit more challenging because the balls that have been hit to Summers thus far, pretty routine stuff for him to handle. They also hit the 3-1 and a hot corner. That hot corner hit's really the only good contact we've seen, really strong hit from the Redbirds thus far. They need something. Just a little something to know that they're getting there, and then they'll flip the lineup over, get a second opportunity here against J.W. Powell. Powell is just right now rolling through this Redbird side.
He has been. Ground ball to the right side, just past Brady Summers, and that goes in the right field, a base hit. So that's a first hit of the game.
First hit of the game for the Redbirds, and could wake them up too. Went right at the guy who's been getting you all day, right? Send it straight over to second base. This time you're able to get the hit. Love to see it, and they should be able to flip the lineup over.
Jackson Harris now the batter. Harris out of DeQueen High School in Arkansas, College. And this is a good bunt, and just in time, Mason Fritz comes up and makes a throw.
Barehanded grab for Fritz. You don't have any time for anything else. You got to get that ball over to first, and he beat him by half a step. So Mason Fritz played that ball, the bunt, perfectly. They put the man into scoring position, and they'll head over to the top of the lineup with Drake Hopp. That's a couple of good plays so far for Mason Fritz, as the third baseman had that hot shot go his way at the beginning of the second inning, and now he's handled a bunt pretty strongly. But runner in second at second, so Drake Hopp try and keep this one going. The lefty.
Hopp grounded out to second his first time. One ball and one strike. Two outs, runner at second. First time for Midland Redbirds to have a runner in scoring position. So the 1-1 pitch to Hopp. Ball two. 78-mile-an-hour off-speed pitch. Drew Hopp out of Liberty Christian School in Texas, going to LSU.
Not a bad landing spot.
No, by the way, his dad, Tim Dulin, coached his dad, Brad Hopp.
Really?
And Brad Hopp, by the way, 9-year major leaguer with the Colorado Rockies.
Oh, that Hopp?
That Hopp.
No kidding.
Yeah. That one got away, and on his way to third base is Werner. By the way, Tim Dulin also gave some information, interesting information. He also coached Mookie Betts.
Really?
And Mookie Betts did not make it to the Connie Mack World Series. And one time, Tim Dulin was in a conversation with Max Muncy, who played in the Connie Mack World Series, and Mookie Betts got in a part of the conversation, apparently. And Max Muncy just ranted and raved about the experience as a player, as an amateur, the Connie Mack World Series was. Because Mookie didn't get to experience it, so he filled him in on how cool it was.
No kidding. Glad to hear it. Especially a couple of our favorite players, both of us Los Angeles fans. So big pitch there from J.W. Powell, though, as he fans Drake Hopp, and that is going to retire the side.
Yeah, he ends up striking out two, and one man left aboard. One man left aboard in the game. We go to the fourth, scoreless. The Midland Redbirds and Dulins Dodgers American Connie Mack World Series, ProView Networks, ProView Comcast 26.
For 5 generations, we've been building New Mexico. That history is in every repair we make. Today, we're United Plumbing LLC. We're still local, still family owned. That means professional expertise. And knowing you'll always get honest service from a skilled technician, we're committed to doing the right thing for our neighbors. That's the United way. Call United Plumbing today for your free quote.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Welcome back here to Ricketts Park in Farmington, New Mexico. Scott Galletti, Aaron Rivera. We've got Jason Poole, Ol Niawani, producer-director, and that's a fly ball deep to left, but foul.
Well, Scott, I thought we might get our second home run of the day right there because he got some great contact on that.
It just wasn't straight. He straightened that out. That's out of here probably by 10 feet. And he, who we're talking about, is Lucas Smith, followed by Reed Blakely and Mason Fritz. Smith grounded out the third his first time. He's 0 for 1. Trey Giametta, the pitcher. 2-1. The count to Lucas Smith.
Lucas Smith grounded out his first time.
Flies one in the air, didn't quite get all of it. It's playable in left as Longman is there to make the catch. And there's one gone. And I was going to add on Lucas Smith from Tim Dulin. Well, real raw power. That first swing, we saw it.
We could tell. I could tell in that at bat he was looking for a yard, try and crack this game open early on, but he'll just have to head back to the dugout and lead the way for Reed Blakely.
Blakely grounded out the first, unassisted his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Blakely, we mentioned, Lovejoy High School, going to USC. He flies one to center field, and this one a long run, and running it down to center fielder Drake Hopp.
Yeah, Hopp tracking that. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit out there in the outfield. We can see the flags from where we're sitting. They're blowing kind of cross field, and a little bit out. So he was trying to track that down, make sure it didn't get over his head. He was near the track, but great play by Hopp on that to keep that ball and just get the second out.
Drake Hopp, by the way, played at USA Baseball over the summer as well, so he's kind of gone back and forth. He's a highly touted player. And, well, when your dad played 9 years in the major leagues, I guess the pressure's on to, be the next guy.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, we've seen a lot of great second-generation players in the last few years all across the majors. I was surprised, speaking of the Rockies, to see Eric Karros' son playing. Made me feel old.
No balls and 2 strikes. That's in the left field. That's slicing away from Longman, and Longman can't get it. To second base is Fritz.
That is a perfectly placed ball because there's just almost no hope out there in left field for Esquivel. I mean, having to chase something that's right along that line. He still almost got it, though. I'm sure when we look here at the ConocoPhillips replay, this one flying out, and Esquivel, I mean, he tracked it down. He was about half a step slow on it. That was a perfectly placed spot. Good defense as well as you could hope for that, but it's still a double, and now it's Dulins Dodgers American who are on the front foot.
Pitch, a swing and a miss. 0-1 to count to Landon Schmitz. Schmitz singled his first time, was forced out on a fielder's choice.
And so that's only the second hit of the game for Dulins Dodgers American. It's been quiet in these early parts, Scott, and I think the heat certainly does play a little bit of a factor to it because it is hot out there for the boys, but also just for Dulins Dodgers America, like we talked about earlier, they were playing last night. You got to flip over and play in the early afternoon slot.
0-1 to count to Fritz, and Fritz takes a ball. The other game over at Worley Park, Performance Baseball has taken the lead 4-3 against Brand of Athletes, third inning. Bottom half of the third. Tonight we have Marlins Baseball Club against D-Bat. That's coming up at 5:15. And the designated host team, Albuquerque Baseball Academy, ABA, against Northwest 509 Stars. That's at 7:30. The thing I know you love, that I get a kick out of it also, Aaron, is 505 against 509.
Indeed, the 5-0s had a good morning yesterday. We got another no man's land spot, but Esquivel makes the decision. He calls for it and takes it to get the Redbirds out of the jam.
So the Redbirds are out of the jam. Cade Longman on a nice catch there. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. No score. Midland Redbirds and Dulins Dodgers American. Connie Mack World Series on ProView Networks and ProView Comcast 26.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
And welcome back here. As we go to the bottom half of inning number 4. Midland Redbirds are batting.
They finally got a little bit of action going there in the 3rd. Now they got to capitalize on some of that, get momentum. So we're into the 4th. It's Ethan Carswell, Robinson, and Flashnick all coming up to see. Quick 1-2 coming from J.W. Powell, who's pitched really well for Dulins Dodgers American today.
Nice looking pitch, strike 3. 80-mile-an-hour slider just froze him.
That's back-to-back strikeouts now for J.W. Powell. That makes it 3 on the day. This offense for the Redbirds has not been able to fly.
No, that's a good one.
So now we've got Jax Robinson up at the plate for the Redbirds. Ground out his first time.
Robinson grounded at the 2nd, and he takes one inside. 89 on the gun. Redbirds making a lot of noise in the dugout. 2-0 pitch. 3-0.
Nice pitch, J-Dub.
That's ball 4.
Yeah, tried to get the outside fastball with that one, but went just a little too far outside. Didn't want to give him just a meatball to work with, but instead he'll still end up on first base. I think the first walk of the game for Powell. We were talking about it in that last game too, Scott, the fact that walks in this tournament have kind of been historically where a lot of the sneaky runs come from, right? You know, you look at a game yesterday. I think we were talking about one of them. There was 5-1, and there'd only been what, 1 or 2 hits in that game. So runs can quickly come from walks. It's where you're giving the team an opportunity. You're also having to work your arm a little bit more because you're throwing all those pitches there, and instead of having an inning where you're throwing 12, 13 pitches max, you might end up pushing 20 pitches in an inning, and the arm starts to get a little bit tired on the mound.
Well, the first not in time. Ground ball to short, and that eats up the shortstop. And on his way to third base in there is Robinson.
And Jax Robinson had a great view of that ball hopping up on Ramos. And so the second he saw that, he already knew, I'm headed over to third base. No delay in the decision-making made it so that there wasn't even a throw on the play, because you can't really get to that ball quickly enough to stop him.
Just ate him up over at short.
Assume we're going to have an E6 on that, but we'll wait till the official scorer
weighs
rule
it a hit.
A hit it is, okay.
And the only reason why I bring up they rule it as a hit because it goes on the official stats. So if it's
yeah, for Powell that means that the runner over on first is earned. And if they score a run before the next out, then, or if they get another out, then any run that scores after that, if it had been ruled an error, wouldn't be earned. Everything will be earned right now.
0-1. That's a ground ball to short. Could be 2. They go to second, 1. Back to first. Just in time. Double play.
And that's how you bounce back, Scott. He had a rough play the one before, and this time Ramos able to get there and make it. Goes Ramos to Summers, all the way to Brown.
No runs, a hit. They leave on 1 for a total of 2. We've gone 4, no score. Midland Redbirds and Dulins Dodgers American. Connie Mack World Series on ProView and ProView Comcast 26.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Across.
Welcome back here to Ricketts Park here in Farmington, New Mexico. It's a windy day. It's a beautiful day. Sunshiny day. As we are here in a good one. A scoreless ball game as we go to the top of the 5th. Dulins Dodgers American and Midland Redbirds. And that is a hit by pitch on the first pitch. Tanner Brown took one for the team.
Yeah, and we'll see if Dulins can capitalize on that. We just saw a similar situation. They're going to get a new runner for him. Let's look at this one again. Oh, yeah, kind of difficult. So they got a new man to run in there for him in Brody Prather, if I saw correctly. I'd be interested because they don't have the courtesy runner rule, and he's a first baseman either way, so unless I saw wrong, it looked like 22 came in for him, or maybe I'm just seeing wrong and it's a 7. Might have been Prather just came out to help him out. No, Prather's on second now, as this is a sacrifice bunt laid down by Mark Ramos. It is 22 who's out on the base pads, Brody Prather, who we saw him last night pitching, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he goes all ways, but he's a guy who can really help a team in all facets. Sacrifice, nicely done by Mark Ramos. So top of the order, Liam Quinlan will come up. So you turn that lineup over, a walk, and a ground out to second by Quinlan. Quinlan takes a strike, 0-1. No runs, 2 hits for both teams.
And this is another one. So Gianni Coral behind the plate. He's had a couple, and when you're catching a guy throwing this hard, it is very easy to let one slip, and then that's where things can be troublesome. We did see a runner get over to third. Oh, no, that was on the other side. So, no, that's what I thought. Coral's been really good defensively, keeping the ball in front of him, not letting anything happen. Hard chop down the foul side for Liam Quinlan.
For Prather on the base pass, you could say he's a two-way player. I'd say his bread and butter is pitching, but he can do it all. He's a guy you say, hey, do this, and he'll do it. 1-2 pitch. Oh, just missed.
And I do hope that Tanner Brown is all right there. Seeing him walk around the dugout, so never like getting hit by the pitch.
Two balls and 2 strikes. On the ground of the hole, that gets through. That's a base hit. On his way to score is Prather. The throw is offline, and it's a run for Dulins Dodgers American. They lead at 1-0. RBI base hit for Liam Quinlan.
Really impressive hitting there, and it squeaks through the hole, so it allowed Brody Prather to be right there and knowing what's going on. His coach was waving him the whole way. He had some help behind the plate, and the on-deck batter telling him, hey, get down. Throw was close, but nothing you can do. Look at that, sliding in, nice and safe at home to take the lead. I'm assuming they'll rule it at the RBI single with the throw. And speaking
There's
of
a throw
throws,
that goes into left field, so that's going to score Quinlan. Throw's going to be late, and it's 2-0 Dulins Dodgers.
impressive by Liam Quinlan with the running. To try and steal third is a tough task because that's the easier throw for the catcher, especially when they're right-handed catchers. It's right there on the line, but he misses the throw through. And now the Dulins Dodgers American team have manufactured runs to go up 2-0.
Quinlan, by the way, 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs yesterday, so he is now 4 of 7 with 3 RBIs.
I believe that was a pop-up. I was also looking down at my book, so.
2 gone. Asher Strait struck out and grounded out the infield. It's short, and that's into left field. A base hit. So Strait gets aboard with a base hit.
So Summers flew out to left field, and Asher Strait also heads over to left field, but he's able to get on with the single.
So they didn't give Quinlan a stolen base. It was just straight E2.
Yeah, E2. That's what I figured.
Around. I thought maybe they would credit him with the stolen base and scoring on the air, but that was not the case.
Yeah, he was pretty close. I think he was going to beat that throw. Either way, I think he'll be happy with the run. And for Trey Giametta, just kind of got to settle things back down, right? You've only given up 2 runs in the inning. Yeah, you've given up a couple of hits, but no time to panic. Just keep going where you were. Work your way through this lineup as best as you can and try and get out number 3.
Top of the 5th is where we're at. Lucas Smith at the plate. 0 for 2 on today. Big cut, swing and a miss. 93. He got that in there in a hurry.
Yeah, and he was a little late to the party on the swing. See how he adjusts here. Ooh, over the head, and that one's going to get away. He'll make the toss just in case, because you never know. Runner could come off the bag on the slide. Anything could happen, but it's going to be a wild pitch that allows Asher Strait over to second.
Single to left by Liam Quinlan. He scored on an error on the catcher. 2-0 here. Meeting coming up here.
And Scott, overall, it's still been a good day pitching for Giametta. Obviously, things got out of hand, starting with the hit by pitch in this inning, and have somewhat started to snowball. But the mark of a good pitcher, and especially a guy that we know is going to go play in the SEC, you know that sometimes you're going to have downs. You just got to be able to pick yourself back up, get yourself back focused into the game, and get back to the action here, because 2 runs is really not that many if your offense can come in and put some up, which we know the Redbirds side yesterday, they put up 9 runs against Test Baseball. So those bats can get lively, but you don't want this 2 to turn into 3, to turn into 4. You got to get yourself out of this inning.
There's a pop-up right side of the infield. Playable for the second baseman, Ethan Carswell. He puts it away. And the side is retired. But Dulins Dodgers American get a couple of runs here. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Dulins Dodgers American 2. Midland Redbirds nothing. Connie Mack World Series. ProView Networks. ProView Comcast 26.
My grandmother taught us how to cook, where to find Navajo tea. She showed us the ways. Juniper, elk, blue corn, red currant. Nature's gifts. We honor our traditional foods, just with our own little twist.
Has changed on Route 66 in the last 100 years, but it so remains the same. cooling off, hidden treasures, a good night's sleep, and the freedom of the open road. For when the journey is the destination.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
Two 2-0 in favor of Dulins Dodgers American over the Midland Redbirds. Scott Coletti, Aaron Rivera pitches a good fastball on the corner. A strike, 0-2 to Gianni Coral. It's Gianni Coral followed by Caden Longman and Max Warner. The wind by J.W. Powell. He dealt, and that's fouled off. 93.
I think Lale Esquivel is due next.
You are correct.
That's what I thought they might have gotten.
I don't know why I had the wrong guy listed. There's a pop-up, and that's going to be a fair ball. And that's going to be a man aboard.
That is 100% one of those baseball gods giveth situations, because the ball hit the grass, and it's something we talked about the first day here. Difference in grass and turf and how the ball reacts, and that ball just died right in the spot. There was really no chance for anybody, and then you get the confusion between the catcher and the pitcher. Which one of us is going to pick it up? Well, the pitcher is going to have to make a complete turnaround trying to play that. For the catcher, he's also going to have to kind of spin himself around. So, difficult spot. Goes into the book as a hit, as it should.
Lale Esquivel, the batter, he struck out looking his first time and swings and misses.
Good fastball coming in at 88 for J.W. Powell. And the thing mentally for Powell here is watching the other side get hit up in the top half of this inning. You got to come in here and be dialed in for the second half of this one, especially after the way things started with the first batter.
Big swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Esquivel waiting and takes a heater, 91 outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. And that's fouled off to the right side. You know, the way J.W. Powell is throwing, it seems like he's just calm out there. It's like very fluid, good motion, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and I really like the demeanor as well here. Very much like he's been in this situation.
Runner goes, high pop-up. Powell has to wait on it. He throws over to first, and it's in time. The runner goes to third. Not in time.
And that is just heads-up base running from Coral. He saw that the man from third base was sucked in, and we are almost certainly going to see some work up here in the booth as the umpiring crew are going to be looking at a review.
Yeah, so another review coming up here. Crews have been doing a lot of good stuff. Mark Lewis is the man up here who will be reviewing. He's right down the way here in the booth.
So they're discussing it down there. They're running this one back here as Coral saw that the third baseman was sucked in. The question is whether or not he stays on the bag or whether that throw actually beat him over there. We're getting a nice look on it here. This was some heads-up play by Coral to get into position, trying to catch him sleeping. And if you are the Midland Redbirds, you want to get a run, right, Scott? So this is what you do. You try and take advantage of these situations where they might be giving you the opportunity. Looks like his glove's pretty close right there.
It did.
But the hand seems like it's staying on the bag. And when his hand leaves the bag, that foot might be coming back on here. Hand leaves right there. Ooh, he might have swiped the foot at the end as well. Tough call, Scott. That's why I'm glad that you and I are on the broadcast and not wearing the blue today.
No, we are listening to what's going on down the way, and the old saying, not my problem. He's safe over a third.
Not my chair, not my problem. And it is confirmed as safe down there, so great run by Gianni Coral because he's put himself on third base with just one out. That gives them plenty of options on how to bring him across, and you get at least two batters potentially to get you through.
There's a fly ball to right field, and this is going to be Schmidt making the catch and scoring on the play. Here's Coral.
Just what the doctor ordered for the Midland Redbirds. You wanted an inning where you could get a response, and a sac F9 is the way to do it. Good job by Max Werner. When you're the batter in that situation, the coach will tell you, just get the ball out of the infield. If you get a hit, that's great. A sacrifice, though, is just as good because you've cut the lead in half. Your team is now offensively into the game, and now you guys can start trying to roll.
So Max Werner with an RBI. There's a drive up the gap in right center field. Nobody's going to get this one as Jackson Harris is going to be on his way to second. He's going to be on his way to third. Here comes the throw. There is no throw. It's a triple.
You see how hitting's contagious, Scott? You get your offense going a little bit, and then the bats just seem to find the ball a little bit. Huge triple here. I believe the first one that we've seen so far in the bracket play. And Jackson Harris flips the lineup over to Drake Hopp with an opportunity to tie the game. And just look at how fast he is flying around there on the ConocoPhillips replay.
And he actually stutter stepped in between too, and he still got over there quickly.
Like the umpire was like, I better get out of this guy's way. He's coming in hot.
Well, what's funny is I thought that he kind of looked like he was putting the brakes on, and he quickly redid it, and he just ended up running like it was in stride the whole time. That's how fast he is.
And so now, with that speed, he set up Drake Hopp here, and it's going to be Drake Hopp. He's 0 for 2 and struck out last time. Got to bounce back.
So Max Werner with a sac fly, a triple by Harris, 2 outs. Drake Hopp pops it into center field, should be playable for Quinlan. And Dulins Dodgers gets out of the inning here, but it's a run across for Midland Redskins as they get a run. And we will go, I said Redskins, Redbirds. Okay, we go to the top of the 6th, and it is a 2-1 game here on ProView Networks, ProView Comcast 26.
I was born in Farmington, New Mexico, and learned to fish here on the San Juan. watching the seasons, the bugs, and the trout. Lunker Alley, Simone Canyon, Lower Flats, and Texas Hold'em. This place is world famous, and for good reason.
For 5 generations, we've been building New Mexico. That history is in every repair we make. Today, we're United Plumbing LLC. We're still local, still family owned. That means professional expertise. And knowing you'll always get honest service from a skilled technician. We're committed to doing the right thing for our neighbors. That's the United way. Call United Plumbing today for your free quote.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like
Carrier when I put it in it, put her in it, and carry her around. 'Cause otherwise I couldn't get anything done for the first 4 months.
Welcome back here. Top of the 6th we go. Midland Redbirds are trailing Dulins Dodgers American by a score of 2-1. Asher Strait, Lucas Smith, Reed Blakely the batters. Oh, check that. Reed Blakely leading off, Mason Fritz, and Landon Schmidt the batters.
And I think we have a new pitcher in here, Scott. Is this 15?
Did not hear an announcement either. Here's the pitch. That one in there, strike.
I'm just looking at our screen, and I see 15 for the Redbirds. Our starting pitcher was number 30.
Pitches the ground ball off of his glove. That's going to be a tough play for the second baseman. No chance.
I don't know if he just changed jerseys because he is touching 95.
Okay, Maggie, on 3, we're going to jump. 1, 2.
The 15
well,
I have in my book is Hop.
I was going to say that's Drake Hop, which means we have a new center fielder, which they haven't changed yet. And Drake Hop, by the way, known by Tim Dulin as one of the best hitters in the U.S. at his age group. And projected to go really high in the draft in 27 or 28. He was at USA Baseball. And oh, by the way, his fastball gets up to 96.
Well, we've already seen 95. It was actually our director in the box, Jason Pohl, who pointed out the 95, and he said, "Is that real?" And I said, "Well, yeah, we've seen the guy hit 93, 94, 95." And then
well, this is the one who's the son of 9-year veteran Brad Hop, who played with the Rockies.
Yeah, and he's also pitching a little bit quicker, so I don't know if you're noticing that. As he did swing on that one, it's going to be a dropped third strike.
First base wasn't open, though, so he is out. He wanted to go to first, but first base was occupied by Blakely.
First base was occupied.
Conoco Phillips replay here. They still don't have a center fielder listed, so in the truck, if you see who the number of the center fielder is, please pass it along. But in the meantime, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball by Landon Schmidt as he swung and missed. So Drake Hopp now pitching. We're in the 6th. Good slider change as well. Mixes them real well, and there's a change. 79, right on cue.
It looks like Dulins Dodgers is also sending somebody to warm up a little bit. Mason Fritz headed to the bullpen.
So an infield single off of the pitcher, second baseman by Blakely. Blakely stole second. That's strike 3 called. 79 got him on the off speed again.
And back-to-back strikeouts for Hopp on the mound, taking over.
So you can see why he's so highly touted as a pitcher. The mixture of the speeds. When you're throwing 95 and then you can get that knockout off-speed pitch, you are a pitcher. You're not just a thrower. So Giametta went the first 5 innings.
Yeah, it's 5 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 hits, 2 runs, both of which were earned, correct? No, the second one is unearned. So 2 runs, one of which is unearned because of that E2.
Yeah. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 74 pitches, 44 for strikes. Pitch is fouled off again.
So it's Prather. He did come in for Tanner Brown permanently.
Yeah, Brody Prather. Pinch ran, and now he's batting.
You mentioned he's a two-way player, so this is a big moment for him to come in here, try and keep them going.
And he's called strike 3, so Drake Hopp kept going. 2 backwards Ks, 1 frontwards K. In the inning, he strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is Dulins Dodgers American leading Midland Redbirds 2-1. County Mac World Series, ProView Comcast 26, ProView Networks.
Riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Ricketts Park here in Farmington, New Mexico. Scott Galletti, Aaron Rivera, Jason Poole directing, Al Niawani, our producer. And quite a game we're seeing here, Aaron. 2-1 in favor of Dulins Dodgers American over Midland Redbirds, but the Redbirds are up here in the bottom of the 6th. And the pitch by J.W. Powell fouled off.
And it's a good time to remind the folks at home that this is the winner's bracket. So our earlier game today, loser of that one left. They're done for the tournament, but this one you still have a loss to play with for either team as we're here late in the game. So you don't have to throw everything out there, but you do want to stay on the winning side. Save that loss for later on down the way.
That is so true. Nothing in 2 quickly. Powell deals. That's up the middle. A base hit. Sharp smash by Ethan Carswell. And Carswell aboard as that is hit number 5 for Midland Redbirds.
So both teams with 5 hits today. The difference is that E2. Up on the scoreboard, you got 1 error for the Redbirds and 2 runs for American. Now we're going to have a conversation. Like I mentioned, Mason Fritz went and did warm up. So I don't think he's pulling the ball right now. Fritz is still in at third base. But wanting to make sure that you don't let things start to spiral. It's a tight ball game. The kind of ball game we like to see here at the Connie Mack, Scott, because we love competitive baseball. We love to see good teams, and I do believe we are seeing a change.
So J.W. Powell leaves the game here after pitching a strong performance. And we will have a new pitcher coming up. And we'll talk about him in just a moment here on the Connie Mack World Series on ProView Networks.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
This Connie Mack World Series broadcast is brought to you by DBAT Baseball and Softball Academies.
New pitcher, the third baseman Mason Fritz moves to pitcher. And then you've got new third baseman Asher Strait taking his place. So Mason Fritz on the mound. Pitches the ball, 1 ball and no strikes.
The nice thing is no changes to the lineup as it's the designated hitter Asher Strait, so he's just making the swap for the spot of J.W. Powell. and becoming now the pitcher's spot, but he's playing over at third.
1-0, that's in their called strike.
Best of luck to him, but not really best of luck. They played for the 4C boys.
Hernandez is the batter. Showing bunt, bunts it in the air, and that's a catch for Mason Fritz.
Big way to start on the mound for Fritz. Nice, easy defensive play, and gets them the out. So now Flashnick's got to go.
Goes the other way, foul. 0-1.
Looks like Fritz is ticking just short of 90 on his fastball.
Left field, and underneath it will be the left fielder Blakely. Makes a catch for out number 2.
Yeah, and a little bit of difficulty with the swirling wind. You could see he wasn't quite sure on the first couple of steps, but he was able to play that. Right now the wind is blowing from where we are all the way out to center field, so it is an out wind that's favorable to the hitters. Oh, that one's going to get away, and then the runner.
It is. The runner's going to keep on going, so Carswell's in the second.
Yeah, and then over there at first base, Brody Prather kind of crawled across the man diving back, and Coswell.
All right, Mason, come on.
Easton Autry took a ball.
Definitely kicking up some wind here.
Autry grounded into a double play his last time up. He's 0 for 2 on the day.
Great spot.
Chop foul at the plate.
Come on. Keep working, Mason.
Two balls, one strike. Good looking pitch, but a little low. 3-1. That looked really good.
Yeah, looking like a good spot, and Fritz needs to bring this one up just a touch. Take on Easton Autry. He's the one who closed out the 4th inning on the double play. And
that's
he'll come
ball
inside.
4. Yeah, a little inside indeed. Mason Fritz walks.
So J.W. Powell, his line's not completely closed because he's responsible for the man now on second. Don't believe it can become an earned run because of the error that we saw, but either way, 5 innings pitched for him, 3 strikeouts, just a single walk. 5 hits, though.
That's up the middle, and that's going to be to the bag. Nice play by the shortstop. Ramos on the play, and he steps on the bag, and that is that here in the inning. So fielder's choice, 6 unassisted, and nothing across in terms of runs. Couple of men left on, and we go to the 7th. It is Dulins Dodgers American 2 and the Midland Redbirds 1. Connie Mack World Series, ProView Networks, ProView Comcast 26.
My grandmother taught us how to cook, where to find Navajo tea. She showed us the ways. Juniper, elk, blue corn, red currant. Nature's gifts. We honor our traditional foods, just with our own little twist.
Has changed on Route 66 in the last 100 years, but it so remains the same. Cooling off, hidden treasures, a good night's sleep, and the freedom of the open road. For when the journey is the destination.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543.
And we're back here at Ricketts Park. Go to the 7th inning. Team at the plate leading. Dulins Dodgers American over Midland Redbirds. A very well played game here. So we go to the 7th. Both teams scoring in the 5th. Dulins Dodgers 2 and Midland Redbirds 1 in the 5th. 2 runs, 5 hits for each team, 1 error for each team. Here's the 1-2. Hop on a check swing, no swing.
Yeah, that was really good body English by Mark Ramos there. Kept his shoulders from turning. If he let them turn at all, the bat would have followed and he would be sitting in the dugout.
Just missed there, 3-2. Good pitch, strike 3, swing and a miss, 91 by Hop.
And that's 4 in a row. So we are seeing a great start here for Drake Hop in his relief appearance. 5 batters faced. He gave up a hit to the first guy, but since then he's been lights out, 4 straight.
Yeah, like I said, Tim Doolin expects him to be a high draft as a pitcher. And he's still got some growing to do. Or not Tim Doolin.
I was going to say Heath Autry.
Heath Autry, that's what I meant. Yeah, got my coaches mixed up. Heath Autry said that he's got some work to do, as he still has a year of high school. And he's pitching like he's a freshman or sophomore in college.
Yeah, hitting 95 on the gun already.
1-1, that's high and outside.
Sorry, only 94 on that one. Only.
So you're saying that'll pass?
I think that'll do well.
That'll do well. Fly ball to center field. It's hit pretty well also, but underneath it is Dutchover, who took Hop's place in center, making the catch. And there's 2 going.
And quick 1-2. We'll see Brady Summers coming in. Flew out his last time. 0 for 3 on the afternoon is Brady. They say he did, in fact, go that time. And goes off speed, gets him frozen. 0-2.
Two outs in the inning. That's outside. 2-1 is the score. Both teams scoring in that fifth inning. Those Dodgers with 2 in the top, and Midland Redbirds 1 in the bottom. And dirt for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. For Midland Redbirds, bottom of the order, Lolly Esquivel, followed by Max Warner and Jackson Harris. That'll be in the bottom of the inning. Fastball high and outside, ball 3. It's a high chopper, waiting on it behind the bag at second. The second baseman, Carswell, and that is not in time.
Yeah, and I was sitting there thinking, well, that's really good shift location for him because Coswell is basically sitting behind the bag like you described, waiting for it. They just shown it there on the Conoco replay. Let's take a look right here. Replay brought to you by Conoco Phillips. Yeah, no, he beat it. That's a good call by the umpire. It's a little infield single. And that's good because I think Dulins America needed just a touch more production out of this top side, get a hit for everybody involved. First 3 batters are 1 for 3 with a walk, 1 for 4 now, and then 1 for 3 right now in Asher Straight. Straight, who's now at third. Ooh, a little indecision, but he's able to take care of it. He almost got caught up there, Scott.
Indecision, and then the catcher almost still threw over there.
And we're about to have a discussion about the ball, I'm guessing. And something with Hop's landing zone as well. Digging out the dirt a touch. It's a 1-1 count. Due up here for Asher Straight. Fourth time through the lineup for the Dulins Dodgers American team. Coached by the man himself, Tim Doolin.
Right. Founder of the organization, has built a major program up with the likes of D-Bat, many teams. A high towering fly ball into center field. Dutch over to his right and makes the catch. And that is out number 3. So, in the inning, a hit, a man left, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. 2-1 Dulins Dodgers American over Midland Redbirds. Connie Mack World Series, ProView, Comcast 26, ProView Networks.
Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I was born in Farmington, New Mexico, and learned to fish here on the San Juan. watching the seasons, the bugs, and the trout. Lunker Alley, Simone Canyon, Lower Flats, and Texas Hold'em. This place is world famous, and for good reason.
For 5 generations, we've been building New Mexico. That history is in every repair we make. Today, we're United Plumbing LLC. We're still local, still family-owned. That means professional expertise. And knowing you'll always get honest service from a skilled technician. We're committed to doing the right thing for our neighbors. That's the United way. Call United Plumbing today for your free quote.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all.
Move along here to the bottom of the 7th inning. Do or die for the Midland Redbirds. Bottom third of the order, Lolly Esquivel, followed by Max Warner and Jackson Harris. One-0 pitch. That's inside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
So it's important to note that the winner of this game, this is game number 11, will be playing tomorrow night at 7:30. They get to play against the winner of our nightcap tonight, the Northwest 509 Stars versus Albuquerque Baseball Academy. The loser of this game will be playing tomorrow at 5:15 here at Ricketts Park. And they will be taking on the loser of our 5:15 game, the Marlins Baseball versus D-Bats.
Running at the full is Mason Fritz. Quinlan is in center, and that's a pop-up and foul ground. The catcher bobbles it.
Yeah, tough one, and
Lucas Smith almost got it.
You know he's going to be frustrated with that, but you just got to kind of, forget about that one. Don't let it start to beat you up. You've got only half an inning to go. You got to just close this one out, and you can think about it tomorrow. I like that from Lale Esquivel. He was pretty much going either way. He knew that a strike was going to be coming in from Fritz. I could see with his body language that he was wanting to hit after that one.
Pitch is fouled off to the right side.
Rings the bell up here. Lale Esquivel battling in the box.
That's a pop up to the right side, out of play. Three-two. Next one. Right field line. Long run, and running out of room.
Just a little bit out of the reach over there for Landon Schmidt.
Right, not much. Good job of chasing that one down.
And we've been stuck in this 3-2. It's Groundhog Day at the plate.
Ground ball to short. Scooping it up is the shortstop Ramos, who throws over to first, one away.
Yeah, great pick on that one by Brody Prather, or pardon me, actually, over at first is Reed Blakely. So I believe Prather's out in left field then. But Blakely, who's taken over here at first base, great pick out, had to take that one out of the dirt and made sure they got the out.
They haven't even made that switch. They have Blakely in left and Prather first on the sheet, so I don't know.
Yeah, on the sheet, but I see a 5 on that man's back. So.
Yep. Ground ball to short. This is Ramos again throwing, and that is in time. And you are right. That is Blakely over first.
Yeah, and it seems like right now Mark Ramos is the wrong man to test if you are the Midland Redbirds, because he has handled both of those tough grounders his way. The tough job is the shortstop, El Campo Corto as they say, and he's been able to take care of it.
Mason Fritz dealing to Jackson Harris. Sacrifice, tripled his last time up. Up and in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch is bunted. That's foul.
Yeah, trying to find something. Trying to manufacture some way. I can confirm Prather is for sure in left field, but Jackson Harris just trying to go with the little surprise bunt. Get straight on the wrong foot over there at third base. Get over to first and flip back over to Drake Hopp. He'll go that way either way.
Yeah, to third base, and this is going to be a throw by Asher Strait. In time, Dulins Dodgers American has pulled out the victory. They remain undefeated, and they will move on to tomorrow's action with a victory here as the final score 2-1, a pitcher's duel, if you will. 2 runs, 6 hits, and an error for Dulins Dodgers American. 1 run, 5 hits, and an error for Midland Redbirds. And quite a game, Aaron.
Yeah, and I think that one's going to feel a little extra good for American. Dulins Dodgers American played a tough battle last night in that 6-5, but this one, I mean, hard fought the whole way. Had to scratch and claw for everything. They got the 2 runs in the 5th inning there, coming from Quinlan and Brody Prather when he came in for Tanner Brown. So it has been a tough fought game for them 2 nights in a row, but that one's going to feel really, really good. And that means that they're going to be back into the night slot. So they will be playing tomorrow night at 7:30 here at Ricketts Park, taking on the winners of tonight's 7:30 game. Get to play in a little bit cooler air. It'll be really nice. Really impressed with the arm of J.W. Powell that we saw today. Not getting a ton of strikeouts, but really just making life difficult for the Redbirds. He got through the lineup the first time through, giving up just 1 hit. I mean, very, very impressive what we saw from Powell. Fritz in the relief as well. But this could be a team, Scott, correct me if I'm wrong, these are the Don Mattingly qualifiers, so these are the kids. These are the 17-year-olds.
No, these are indeed. They're very, very good, but these are the 17-year-olds, and we'll see how they fare tomorrow. They will play the winner of our nightcap, ABA, and Northwest 509 Stars. That should be a good one coming up. We should have a good one as well. 5:15 game, as we will have a good rundown tonight. That will be Marlins against DBAT, and we will have that for you right here on ProView Networks and ProView Comcast 26. Final thoughts, Aaron?
Well, Scott, I was just happy to be in the box today. A lot of fun these first 2 games.
My grandmother taught us how to cook, where to find Navajo tea. She showed us the ways.
Midland has
My grandmother taught us how to cook, where to find Navajo tea. She showed us the ways. Juniper, elk, blue corn, red currant,